Who is your real-life superhero? When a man took my innocence from me by force, my father searched far and wide for him. He was determined to find justice. After days of searching, he found a list of every offender in the area and asked me to point him out if I saw anyone familiar. One day, I did see him, and the moment I did, panic washed over me. I involuntarily started hyperventilating, my throat tightening as fear gripped me. Witnessing my panic, my dad promised that no human had ever suffered as much as this guy was going to. The list contained the offender's address, and before I even realized it, my dad was already in the car with a toolbox. I felt a mix of dread and relief, knowing he was taking action. The guy suffered for 3 whole days, tied to a chair, until disaster struck. He began taunting my dad, describing in detail what he had done to me and how he would do it again. At that moment, my dad lost it. It wasn't his intention, but he ended the dude's life. Afterward, he called me and told me that his life was essentially over because of what he had done. He then vowed to take down as many of these monsters as he could. He pored over the list of offenders, finding the worst ones, and set out to spend his final moments of freedom, taking them out one by one. With each knock on their doors, he sought justice, and he pulled the trigger without hesitation. He managed to take out 7 within a couple of miles before he was caught. He received numerous life sentences, and the news reported little on his actions, choosing to keep the story quiet, fearing that anyone would condone what he did. But for me, he was my real-life superhero, willing to risk everything for my peace.